were the groundwork. They were the things that everything else was built on.
It was like a river, constantly flowing. Talent, creations, people come in, who's available? Who's on the list? We'll call them in. Where are they? Are they out of town? This one's out of town. We'll call the other one. But it was always the Funk Brothers. Always the Funk Brothers first.
Without them, there really wouldn't be a Motown. That was the sound, that was the foundation. That was it. That was the essence of Motown.
That essence was an overpowering lineup of veteran groove masters and trailblazing virtuosos, guitarists Eddie Willis, Joe Messina, and Robert White, and keyboardists Johnny Griffith, Joe Hunter, and Earl Van Dyke wove an irresistible tapestry of instrumental hooks and counter-rhythms over the electrifying core of the Motown groove. A core comprised of James Jamerson, the tormented genius of the Motown bass, and late-era bassist Bob Babbitt, percussionist Jack Ashford and Eddie Bongo Brown, drummers Uriel Jones, Pistol Allen, and the explosive Benny Papazita Benjamin, the creator of the Motown drum beat.
Barry showed up down to Little Sam's one time, and he walked over by the bandstand while we were playing, and he said to me, he says, would you have time to talk to me? I says, I got more time than money. And he explained to me what he was about. He wanted to set up a record company, and he needed good musicians. I thought it was a wonderful idea, and I wanted to know that I know anybody that could feel the thing. He already knew Mr. Benjamin, Benny Benjamin, Papacita. So actually, he called the first rehearsal over to Claudette's house, Smokey Robinson's wife at that time. That was late '58, and then Papacita was already there, and I was there. We eventually found the great James Jamerson on bass.
I remember my dad saying as a child growing up that he would take a stick and take a rubber band and put one part of the rubber band at one end, the other part at the other, and stick it in an ant hole and make the ants dance. Well, the most important pointer that my father taught me when I'm playing, if I don't feel it, don't play it. Don't put something in it. He just felt life, that life was music. There's a dentment right here in the bass where he kept his thumb right here as a rest. That's how old this bass is. So you can see all the dirt on here. As he says, the dirt keeps the funk. This has been the original bass ever since he started playing, before he switched over to precision. He used this on Heat Wave, My Guys, Shop Around, most of the Mary Wells stuff. You Beat Me to the Punch, some other earlier stuff with Stevie. He played with one finger on all those hits, just like this finger was called the hook. And it would hook like this. All the songs that you heard basically was done with one finger. I have trouble playing with two fingers the line that he played, so.
So one day, we went to the studio and we were supposed to record, and there was a big sign on the door saying, there won't be any work here today. Motown are moving to Los Angeles. Wow, what a break. I suppose they were just looking for a new sound, I suppose, So we just kept doing what we usually do, what we were doing before Motown, and that was playing in the clubs around the city, playing our blues, playing our jazz. That's just about the way it ended.
When Motown left Detroit, there was no warning, no announcement, and no way of preparing for it. And that's the move that they had to make. A major company doesn't have to explain to every individual that they're moving. But it kind of left all of us kind of like, what are we going to do?
Funny thing was, we always had that idea about it would never end. We felt like it would go on and on and on. But as you can see, it ended.
Hoping to hold on to their dreams, some of the Funk Brothers followed Motown out to Los Angeles, but the West Coast music scene was too foreign to them, and without the emotional support the Funk Brothers family had always provided for each other, they were lost.
He misses his friends, the Funk Brothers, just the atmosphere. It's totally different in California than in Detroit. He wasn't receiving the phone calls like before. Working in the studio, to work in the studio. And there was a battle there, of emotions. And probably feeling less than a man, but less than a dad to provide for us from what he used to do before. So I've seen a lot of hurt and pain and the illness and the struggles with the alcohol. Wasn't going right for him. He wanted to do everything. He's used to doing everything for everyone. And then it was his time where he needed help. And a lot of times, no one was there. Or he didn't want to listen because he can be hard-headed too, so.
In 1983, James Jamerson scalped a ticket for the nationally televised show Motown 25 and slipped into a balcony seat. Two months later, he slipped away, forever.
Sunny and bright, but after I've been crying all night, the sun is cold and the new day seems old.
This is a story. This is hard to believe.
Oh, man.
But it's really true.
You gotta tell me this one.
Let me tell you what happened. Marvin was working on putting all this together with the What's Going On thing. And he was experimenting with a lot of things. But what happened, he decided he needed Jamerson. So Jamerson was working at a local club, and Marvin found out where he was working. He went over there to get him. Jamerson was blasted. So he says, well, I got to get him back because I got this, I got to get it off. Brought him back over here to the studio. Jamerson really didn't want to do this, but because being Marvin, he said, okay, I'll try it. So Jamerson couldn't sit up on the, you know, he had a high stool he used to sit on. He was afraid he was going to fall.
Right, like a string bass player.
He lay right out where you were laying and started playing this. No one believed it.
I can't believe it.
He did a job that no one could do standing up. He did it laying down. That was James Jamerson.
Yeah, the master.